We were just talking there about the incubation period and how vital it is that the student gets to appreciate that it's a process, that it's a journey rather than an instant quick fix destination. And please, if you could just give us your wisdom on that, because it was very profound.
Well, I think that is exactly what you said. You characterized it perfectly. And if you go in with the expectation to the doctor that the minute you come out of the the examination room, you will be cured. It's sort of like the healer on Sunday, where you put your hand out and say, heal, and you expect to walk away and your whole life has changed. That isn't the way you learn golf. Golf has an incubation period to it because it's so counterintuitive. You stand to the side of the golf ball and that ball doesn't move until, of course, you act on it. And so what people do is they get antsy in taking it to the golf course, which is why I wrote the book, The 30-Second Swing. It outlines all of what I just said in there. And as a teacher, I don't think we convince our teachers that they need to sell the idea, just like a doctor says, look, take these pills, take them for 3 weeks, one in the morning, one at night, and then call me. And the guy calls you after the first thing and says, the first day, and says, look, these pills didn't work. And you say, I know, I told you that it would be 3 weeks. There's an incubation period to pills and to learning. And I think until, as teachers, we make that really clear and we structure all of our lessons in that regard. So what I do is I have tasks accomplishment. And what you do is, instead of the ball flight, I'd say don't let the ball flight be your master. We are now learning the steps and the tasks. I will be the judge of when you have performed that test, and I structure all sorts of feedback based on operant conditioning, which is B.F. Skinner. And even the rate at which I feed them the ball, if they do the task correctly, I give them a ball right away. Of course, I don't tell them this. And if they don't do the task correctly, I withhold a reward, which is the ball. And I always sequester the balls and keep them. I never let them just hit from piles. That whole lesson is choreographed in order to honor the way people learn the incubation period.
Yeah, that's very good. Our Key to Golf program is designed that way, in modules. One module at a time. You can't race ahead. Get the thorough, for instance, the concepts. Get a thorough understanding of those before you move into
absolutely
putting.
And the neurobiology of concepts, how the brain works, concepts cue motor behavior. And I was just outlining for them a concept map that they will need, and then it's their job, and my job, to train them and provide them with the resources, their job to go from concept to concept. And it's a journey of acquisition. I call it going to see the wizard. And once you get them running software, you have 100 billion neurons, tremendous power, some 23 watts, enough to drive a light bulb. That's how much energy we give off on the brain. You have that all marshaled and working for you instead of just trying to fill them up with knowledge.
Excellent. That's great stuff. And thanks for your time, sir.
My pleasure.